morning everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be making a soap dispenser. I'm going to be using this in my kitchen. So we have the gold, which some of my accessories in the kitchen. I have black, gold and white in my kitchen, but I have a lot of black, so I want to try and break it up with the accessories. So I'm going to be using the white shimmer epoxy paste from Just For You Online. This is discontinued. I'm going to be using gold foil and gold nail powders, which I'll be mixing into resin. I've got this gold and I've got this gold, so I'm going to do a combination of both into resin. So we're just going to layer colours and see what we get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bob you on pause, get my mask on and get my, what's it called, resin mixed up, and I'll be back, but you'll be back on a voiceover. As I've got a new respirator and my microphone is broken, so at the moment I'm using my phone microphone, and obviously I'd rather wait for my new microphone to come with my headset and then I can speak to you while I have my respirator on, but until then it will be voiceover. So bear with me and I'll get some resin mixed up. I am going to be using the Apex High Gloss 1-to-1 resin from Just For You Online UK, and I will be back shortly. See you in a minute. Well, hello, and I'm back on voiceover. So to the left hand side of the screen, I've got 5 ounces of the Apex High Gloss 1-to-1 resin from Just For You Online UK. And while I was searching through my stuff, I found my metallic alcohol inks and some gold glitter. It's like an iridescent glitter, so I'm going to be adding that into all the golds. So at this point I was just saying that I'd be back once the resin was mixed. So once the resin was mixed, I put 3 pots down. The 3 pots are to mix your colours. So you, if you are going to attempt or copy this video, 3 pots is needed. You'll have a pot for your gold, a pot for your clear, a pot for your clear and gold foil, and a pot for your white. Now I'm using the white shimmer, and this is kind of like it's like mica powder, but like a liquid mica powder. Because of the shimmer, it has like that mica powder effect, the way it's got patterns when you mix it. So all I'm doing is dipping my stick in. I'm just mixing it up at the moment because the oil and the pigment had separated, because I don't use it often, so it sits there for days. So I'm just giving it a good stir to make sure that all the oil and the pigment was mixed together. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Oh yeah. So I mixed that up, and then I put I just split my resin into the pot. So I did a little bit of resin for the gold, and then I did half a cup of clear for the white and half a cup of clear for the gold foil. And then I left a little bit of clear in my mixing pot. So I'm trying to go for like an elegant, like pretty elegant. I don't want marble. I just hope it doesn't marble. That's why you'll see what I did. So I start off with the mixing the shimmer white. This shimmer white is, I think it is discontinued, or they don't sell it anymore. I'll have to ask the ladies, but I don't think it is, because I did search for it when I used it the other day and I couldn't find it. So I've just given that a good mix, and I'm just showing you. I think I stop and show you the effects of it. Like it's got all the lines and the marbly type thing that mica powder has. And then I mix up my foil. I just used 1 sheet of foil. No, I'm not. Am I doing foil? No, I'm doing the gold. So yeah, I just put a bit of each in. I did 6 drops of the alcohol ink. I think it was 6 drops. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was 6 drops. I just wanted a bit of it because the metallics, they float. So yeah, I did just to say 6 drops. I think there were a bit more than 6 drops because some squirted out, but 6 to 8 drops should be enough. I added a tiny little bit of that gold and then a bit of the darker gold, and I just wanted a little bit of a different comparisons of golds, just to see if it would make a difference, because as I said, the metallic will float, so that should show. And then you've got glitter, which will sink, and then you've got the other powders, which are nail powders, which can be used the same as mica powders. So for the gold foil, I just used 1 sheet, and this kind of gold foil, it's not like you know that thick stuff that you buy and it's all clumped together. This breaks down in resin, and it kind of folds up. So it's got a really nice elegance to it. I think it was only like $5 for 100 sheets. So everything from today's video will link down in the description box for you anyway, along with discount codes that I've got. So if you want to treat yourself to anything, you know, you can. So I started off spraying some isopropyl alcohol in my base of the mould, I think. Do you know, sometimes when I've got it, I forget what I'm doing. Right, so yeah, I went to pour my gold and then remembered I needed to spray some isopropyl alcohol. So the isopropyl alcohol that I'm using is 99.9%, and what that does is it just helps break the surface tension within the mould, gets rid of the static and helps with bubbles, because bubbles like 90-degree angles. So I'm first starting off pouring all my gold foil into the base at the bottom, because that will be the top of the mould once you demould it. So I just put all that in. And then the second layer will be my white. I'm just giving it a little bit of a stir just to get it all going again. I think there's about 2 ounces in each pot, 2 or 3 ounces, maybe less. I never calculate my resin because I pump it. So the only time I ever know how much resin I'm using is when I've put it in my mixing cup. So yeah, I just put the white on top of there, and then once I'd done the white, I put the clear in, just plain clear, and that just gives a bit of a barrier. I think there was just under an ounce of clear, and then I just cleaned out my cup because I really wanted that barrier. That barrier is really good and it helps stopping everything mudding together. Because sometimes you like a bit of clear. So it is kind of like a marble effect, but it's not, because I'm not dipping my stick to cause a marble. The colours will mix together, but they won't mix, if that makes sense. So when I put the gold in, the gold and the gold, the glitter, and the powders and stuff will drop because they're heavy. So when you put a layer of clear, they'll fall into the clear and not straight down to the bottom of the mould and then go pale because they've mixed with the white. So all I do, because the gold will overtake, it's quite strong gold, I just put a very thin drip around the top edge of the mould that's inside, and then that will run down. And then at this point I ran out of resin, so I mixed up, I think it was 4 ounces. I'm just telling you what I was doing, that I was going to go and mix some more resin for my lid, because I forgot about my lid. Yeah, so I mixed up 4 ounces of resin, and I just did the same again. I had a little bit of clear. I didn't mix up any more gold because I still had some gold left. So I went in with, that had the most of the resin, the 4 ounces. So I just poured a little bit in one side of my lid, and then I poured a little bit of gold and a bit of clear to top it up. The lid has got a lip on it, so you need to be careful for bubbles. Bubbles like lips and 90-degree angles. I always get bubbles, and it's just because when I'm doing things like this, they've got lips or they've got edges and stuff with like a lip. The resin can't degas, so you have to go in with a tool to bring out the bubbles. And then I just put all the white in, and then I put a layer of clear, just the same as the first. It's just like 2 layers of each. And then I did a little bit of gold, and I went back in with the white, and then that was it. Again, the gold very minimum, just around a little drip around the top of that, and then I went in with the rest of the clear, and then it was full. Not clear, the white, sorry, and then that was it then. So then I left this to degas for 1 hour, and then I popped it on my heat mat. I think I did the heat mat for about an hour to an hour and a half because of the lid. The lid was obviously a shallower pour, so it needed longer on the heat mat. So I think about an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you are doing anything like this, you don't need deep pour resin. obviously if you're using one that's got a max depth of 2 centimeters, then obviously you'd need something of a deep pull, but this has got a max. Anyway, I'll be back once this is cured to demold. Hi guys, I'm back and this is now cured, so we're gonna get it demolded. We'll start with this one first. It is a bit stiff. If you do find that your makes are a little bit stiff and you're struggling to get them out of the box, out of the mould, just use some isopropyl alcohol or warm soapy water, whichever's more convenient for you. Put some in, it breaks the seal and easier to demold. And when you've demolded your piece, I'll show you in a minute, when you've demolded your piece, turn it back out from inside out to the right way around, just so you don't damage your mould. This is a bit of a stiff one. So you just run your finger around as it's got the lip. You will need some super glue for the next part. It was a bit stiff to get out because of that. And there's the top bit. Pretty, isn't it? So there's the bottom. What do you think? So this will go on there, like that. I don't want to glue it on yet because it's not fully cured. So I want to wait a few days for it to harden up. So basically, your straw goes in there and then you screw that on. And then you cut your straw down to whatever size you want. So I'm going to cut that down. And there you go. So when you glue it down, that will glue it there, and there's your drink. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. So I'm going to leave that with you for today. I'll upload some photos onto community tab post once this is fully cured. As I said, I don't, because it's still squishy. Look, you can see. If I was to put that on there, it's just gonna stick to it and not be good. So I'll leave it there to cure for about 2 days, really, because this takes 4 days. The apex resin, takes 4 days for it to fully cure. So I usually give it like 2 or 3 days before I usually put things together. So that's it for today. So please like, comment and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would help my channel out so much. And I shall see you on Monday's upload, because I'm not uploading this weekend. So goodbye, have a great weekend.